Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Autism series in which I'm talking about my autism story but also talking about some tips and tricks for anyone who might be autistic, who might be an employer that has an autistic employee, anything like that. So if you have not watched the rest of this series, this is number 7 within an 8-part series, and yeah, I'm excited to have you along the journey with me. In these videos I am trying to not have it edited too much, so you can get to know me as a person, you can get to know my actual persona. In a lot of my other videos I have fallen trap to over editing and making the video just very unlike me, very robotic, and just you can't tell it's me. I'm not showing my personality, but I think that this autism content is the ideal place to start when it comes to showing my personality, making you all, I don't know, saying hello to you properly. I've only done this content, I've only done YouTube for 3 years, but you know, I'm finally being like, hello, this is what I'm like. If you're my friend, this is the sort of thing you get. But yeah. Anyway, so this will be very unedited. It might be slightly longer than my usual videos, but that is why I'm going to be leaving in a lot of the ums, the ers, the likes, just so you can see exactly how I record. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why highly masking autistics struggle and how they struggle and how you can help them. So let's go ahead and get started. And trying to remain so strong, I know it's good if I'm wrong. I got it. So I made some notes on my little notepad and I have 5 things that I came up with. So these are things that I personally struggle with. So if you know me in real life, you don't, but you do. This is stuff that I struggle with. Don't bring it up in conversation because I'll get embarrassed. I love making these videos, but I don't know. I like making these videos, but at the same time, I'm I don't know. My eventual goal from these videos is to spread awareness. Having it as a job is a bonus. It's something that I would love, but it's a bonus. Anyway, so my first thing is why highly masking autistic struggle is because of non-autistic expectations. And when I say that, it's mainly because if you are a highly masking autistic, you come across as a neurotypical, and you come across and you are perceived as a neurotypical. So therefore you are given neurotypical expectations. Making it clear that you are not neurotypical and the actual fact you are neurodivergent can really help this. So I was only diagnosed as being neurodivergent, as in autistic, in April 2024, so this year. As I'm recording this video, I'm recording it in the end, literally the 31st of August 2024. So yeah, this is me, and I'm really struggling, I suppose, with this one, because being a high masking autistic means that a lot of people don't see me as autistic. They see me as a neurotypical, and they give me the tasks and the expectations of a neurotypical, which means then when I act like a autistic person, because I am autistic, I'm looked at strangely, or I'm told I'm rude, or I'm told that I'm being undermining, or I'm being whatever I'm being. I get told all this and then I get upset, and then they worry, and then they wonder why I'm upset and treat me like an autistic and I wouldn't get upset. But anyway, so this can manifest itself in being told you're doing something you're not, or one of the biggest things that most autistics will relate to is being told that you're rolling your eyes. I'm sorry, but neurotypical people think that looking up is rolling your eyes. So doing that is rolling your eyes. That's what I've been told anyway. But whenever I've been said, oh, you've rolled your eyes at me, I'm always thinking of I'm rolling my eyes. I am rolling right across. But apparently it's not that literal. Apparently neurotypicals think that doing that is rolling your eyes. I am severely confused by that one. But yeah, so I have been accused of rolling my eyes at people when I really haven't intended to. My intention has been to avoid eye contact, yes, but never to roll my eyes. I'm not rude. I'm not somebody who ever tries to be like that. I just do it because I don't like eye contact. I try to make as much eye contact as possible with the camera because obviously it helps with engagement and stuff, but if I was with you, I would not be making this much eye contact. I really wouldn't. I just don't like it. The second reason why highly masking autistics will struggle is because of social cues or social expectations. So social cues such as not interrupting. People don't interrupt. People People, however they do it, they automatically seem to know when is the right time to be in a conversation, when is the right time to like insert themselves in the conversation. How do you do that? I'm honestly interrupting, but never meaning to interrupt, and never meaning to butt in, or never meaning to like insert myself in a conversation when I shouldn't be inserting myself in the conversation. But somehow I manage to be rude or interrupt. It's part of my autism. Please don't make me feel worse for doing something that I already feel bad for. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, just what I've said to my family about this one is that if I interrupt, just either continue talking and eventually I'll stop and I will get the hint, or say, Deanna, I haven't finished talking, like, can you let me finish? And my mum uses that one, the second one, quite a lot, and it really does help. The third, I'm putting 4 fingers up, the third one is being highly sensitive. So I am very, very highly sensitive to criticism and all that sort of stuff. I can take constructive criticism on the head, and I can be very good with constructive criticism. If you pull me aside into a room, or you say, can we take a walk, and you talk to me, sort of thing, I can really deal with that, and it actually helps me to feel motivated, and it actually helps me to like feel wanted in that role. You know, give me some constructive criticism, make me feel like, okay, yes, I've done something wrong, or okay, yes, I could be improving on something, but doing it in such a way where I don't feel like I'm being threatened, and I don't feel like I'm being humiliated or anything like that. I am very highly sensitive. I've always been very highly sensitive, and it has been something that I've always seen as a weakness, but actually it makes me more empathetic, and it makes me more caring, and it makes me more understanding, and it makes me more compassionate. All those sort of things. It makes me so much more than just a crybaby or a highly sensitive person. Please try and look at it like that. Look at it as they're upset because they truly feel bad about something. They're not crying because they want the attention. They're not crying because of whatever reason. They're crying because they truly regret, or they truly feel bad about doing something. And we as autistics, we can get upset, but let us calm down. Let us talk. Let us think about it. Let us feel our feelings, and then talk to us afterwards. Have a constructive talk, have a constructive criticism talk, have a walk and talk. Because actually that can be quite a lot easier. A walk and talk, a drive and talk, whatever. And talk to us about what happened and how we can improve for next time. We are always constantly, most of us are always constantly striving to improve, and always constantly striving to do the best that we can do in everything we do. So never think we're trying to be rude. 99% of the time we're not. Never think we're trying to undermine you, because 99% of the time we're not. Number 4 is masking our stims. So masking our stims, and as a highly masking autistic, masking our stims could be covertly stimming. So stimming with something that is seen as a little bit more normal, whether that's tapping your feet, whether that's twirling your hair, whether that's running your fingers through your hair and doing that with your hair, or whether it's, I don't know, picking at your fingernails, or like flicking your hands like that, or whether it's like crunching your fists and then opening them, crunching your fists and then opening them, like repetitive movements. We will do more covert stims to mask the fact that we need to actually properly stim. So sometimes allowing us a space, a private space where we can actually go and stim, is the best thing that you can do. If that's something you can do, that's great. And you may be thinking, why are you masking your stims? This is usually because we think we want to fit in. We want to do what's socially acceptable. And having someone flapping their arms or jumping or rocking back and forth is not something that is socially acceptable. I know that if I was to sit down the floor at work and I was to rock back and forth or spin round and round, I'd be looked at so weirdly. So, yeah, even if it is good for me, and even if it's a self-soothing thing, I would be seen as weird. I used to love swinging on the swing because that was a stim for me. That I would sit on the swing for hours on end in my back garden because it was good for me. I loved it. Another reason that an autistic might mask their stims is because they were taught to. They've either been taught to, or they have taught themselves to mask their stims. And that is usually boils down to the social cues and the want to be accepted. So if you can show an autistic that they are accepted, irregardless of whether they stim or not, they're going to feel so at peace with you and so at home with you that they're going to feel like they can confide in you, and they're going to feel like that you are a safe person. If that is your goal, then try that sort of stuff, because autistics, we just want to be loved. I don't know how else to put it. We want to be loved. The fifth and final one is that we struggle a lot with our executive functioning. Executive functioning is everyday tasks that otherwise would be seen as a mundane or easy task to get. For me, laundry, hanging up my laundry, hanging up my clean clothes is one of the hardest things I struggle with. Washing dishes, that is insanely hard. Not only because it's sensory overload for me with like the water and like the bits of dirt in the water and what I can feel. Like, the hardest thing I had the other day was I left mayonnaise in a little tub a bit too long, and I didn't rinse it or scoop it out beforehand, so it went in the water and it touched my hand and I went, oh, like honestly, it was the horriblest and weirdest feeling ever. I had to like stop washing up what I was washing up and drain that water out and get that mayonnaise, that dirty mayonnaise out of that water, because although it wasn't dirtying the water, it was just a shape of mayonnaise because it was wet and slimy. I just couldn't do it. So that's an example, but we struggle with our executive functioning, encouragement and body doubling, and like checking in on our tasks and making sure that we're like, if we say we're going to do something, don't put us down for not doing it, but also encourage us when we do something good, even if we don't do the whole of our list. Say, you've done so well, you've done X amount on your list. Just think that you've done more than nothing. You haven't sat there and done nothing today. You've done X, Y, and Z, you know? Make us feel proud for even doing one thing on our list. Some days we'd struggle to even do one. Some days I struggle to even get dressed. Today, and you won't even think about it, but I'm only half dressed. I have literally pajama bottoms on my bottom, and I have a nice top on my top because this is all you can see. You can see from my waist up, and that's it. You know, I wanted to film today, but I didn't want to have to put a whole outfit together. So yes, I'm wearing makeup. Yes, I've done my hair to make it look a bit nicer, but I'm not fully dressed. I'm planning to have a shower and wash my makeup off in the shower. All that sort of stuff, you know? Like, we struggle with our executive functioning. So this isn't just the house chores. It could even be showering. We struggle to sometimes even have the motivation to shower. So encouragement to shower, encouragement to say, when did you last have a shower? But in a nice, comforting way, you know? Like saying to somebody, like, if they've said, oh, I think I need a shower, you might say, oh, when do you think you're going to have that? Or like, I don't know, I'm trying to think what would be the nicest way to put it, but put it in a nice way that the autistic doesn't feel like you're saying to them they stink, but also saying, I don't know, like maybe they say they're going to have a shower in the evening and the next morning you say, oh, how was your shower last night? Was it nice? What sort of scent of body wash did you use? Or something like that if you're a friend, you know? Like trying to make them, you know, almost like a, what's it called? A prompting. Prompting is the word. Prompt, not assume. Prompt, don't expect. And prompt, don't make them feel bad. That sort of thing. So that is my 5 reasons why highly masking autistics might be hard, might find it harder to be in this world. They might find it to struggle. I cannot word. I've filmed 7 videos today. So that is it for today's video. I feel like I'm losing my voice, but as I say at the end of every one of my videos, oh, before I even do this bit, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. That would help me support my channel. But as I say at the end of every one of my videos, I'm very tired, but I believe in you, even if nobody else does. And I shall see you in my next one. Bye.
Just like you're young again, no, don't you cry. Just get back up again.